So you had an interesting coffee experience.
I had a rough morning. I'm wearing sunglasses because I thought I would look too tired. So I was like, I'll go get some coffee. I can take my sunglasses off and not look like a DDJ, right? So I get there and I texted you like what?
10:20.
10:20. I thought it was like 10:15. One of us is lying.
Let's go to the tapes.
so I texted you. I'm like, okay, this is when I walked in, and I was like, all right, I see people already kind of hanging out, and it's like, I better text him now. Be like, all right, I'll probably be like, maybe 10, maybe 5, 10 minutes late. You text me, hey sweetie, at like 10:55. I was like, oh my gosh, I just walked out of there.
It's crazy.
But I stood up, I got in there, and first off, I couldn't tell where the line was because there was no like clear.
Yeah.
Everyone's just standing.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where the line is. So then I finally figure out where the line is, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait. And then I realized like why it's taking a little bit long, and the cashier, he's cashing people out. They're going to pick up their drinks and stuff, like they're waiting somewhere else. And then he goes, oh, wait a minute. And then have to find them and then gives them their change. I was like, okay, there's that one. And then when it's like me, somebody in front of me, and the cashier, I was like, okay, cool. This will be a really quick thing to do. If you're waiting in line for like 10 minutes, just get your wallet ready.
Yeah.
Right?
All
Like I feel like that's decent.
Yeah.
Get your stuff ready. You know what you want.
All right.
You probably know how much it is.
Yeah.
Get it ready.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
This person had to dig in their purse for like 20 minutes.
That's crazy.
And I was like, you had 30 minutes in line.
This is why I hate to say it. I'm a Dunkin' Donuts advocate.
Whoa. Well,
Yeah.
that's fast for sure.
It's fast. It's currently the cheapest. I mean, all the other places are like that. What you have in your possession is like I think $3.75 for like a medium coffee.
Yeah.
And Dunkin' Donuts is
I
$3.06.
got a double shot because this place all the shots are already doubles.
Yeah.
So I asked for a red eye. They gave me a black eye
Oh, wow.
with oat milk. Which I
Yeah.
love. I was waiting in line, okay, and then I give them my order, and it's very simple.
Yeah.
I've gotten the same thing over and over again,
Yeah.
and it's always been very good.
All right.
And they've always been very good to me.
Yeah.
So I sit back down. This gentleman walks in. We've exchanged highs and stuff before. We've talked briefly. Like he lives in the same apartment complex that my girlfriend lives in.
Okay.
So I already know him, and his brother's done electric work for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying too much. So we start kind of talking, and I'm sitting down. I'm kind of like where I'm sitting is kind of like halfway through the line.
Mm-hmm.
So he like eases his way into the line by talking to me. And I didn't realize what he was doing, but now I'm an accomplice
Yeah. Now you're,
for helping this guy budge
now
everybody.
you've done it. Yeah. That's crazy.
And then
And everybody else is pissed.
and so I start feeling guilty that he's doing this. So I walk in line with him as if I was holding his position in line. And then we keep talking and talking and talking until he gets to the front.
Mm-hmm.
And this person who was already in line, but way before him,
Yeah.
goes to order. And he turns to them and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, bud. I actually was talking to my friend, so I'm next."
I thought you were about to say that you went to the back of the line and let him take your place.
Oh.
And that's what it taken so long to get you. Was you felt so guilty that you decided to go. But no,
it
yeah.
keeps going.
It keeps
keeps
the
going. So
story
he
keeps going.
he orders. He orders. Okay, he orders. We sit down, we talk, and we wait. And then I realize his order comes up before mine. And I've gone up several times to go, is this a double shot? They go, no, that's a latte with oat milk. I go, oh, okay. Sit back down.
Yeah.
Oh, is this mine? Oh, no, that's another latte with oat milk. Oh, okay. And then when I see him get his and his food, I go, wait a minute, guys. Do you guys have an order for this drink? And they're like looking in their system like, no. And I was like, they're like, can you repeat that? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, wow, I would have been out of here probably 30 minutes ago. So
That's crazy.
but am I mad about it? No, because I like that place. Am I embarrassed about it? A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm more embarrassed of the fact that I was up all night watching Broadchurch with my girlfriend, which caused me to be so tired this morning that I needed to get coffee.
Yeah.
And I didn't even need to get coffee. The funniest part would have been if I had came here and you were like, "Did you want a coffee?"
I do have a coffee maker. I just don't have any
It's
coffee.
hilarious.
Yeah, I don't like going to that place because it is so chaotic. And
It's a Saturday. I should have guessed.
yeah, and yeah, it's chaotic, and I think that local coffee shops, as much as we got most of them on the Eat Local card. I think Salt City Coffee does a really great job.
I love Salt City.
But they're really intentional about it. And I was talking to Maria once, and I want to say that she was telling me like a little bit about like their budget of just what they pay in managers. She's like, we just like woke up one day and realized like our budget for managers is so extensive. I was like, holy shit. Like,
Probably all in salary then.
yeah, but my point is like, they have the management in place to like make sure it runs smoothly.
Yeah.
Not all the places do that around here, especially the place you're talking about.
I'm realizing that salary is actually a pretty tough thing to uphold.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to burn somebody out. Mm-hmm. And then when you put somebody on salary, you're expecting them to work over a full time.
Yeah.
Right? And then to expect that out of somebody and then watch them get burnt out sucks.
Yeah.
Because then they're asking for some new way to figure something out. And I'm just like, I should just put you on hourly.
Yeah.
I
think probably the trick with it, even though it's like it's not feasible when you're a small business owner like yourself, the trick with it is to make sure that like when you put somebody on salary, they're not working 60 hours a week. That you still make sure that they have the balance, even though it's like, all right, I'm gonna give you the salary so that way you can be here more often and do more things and take on more responsibility. But everybody always burns out with it, unless you're just like a freak and you just absolutely live for this industry.
There are some people that we have that are freaks that love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Flanders brothers. Mm-hmm. Dude, they go above and beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Jacob especially has been in it for so long that it's what he loves and what he knows.
Yeah.
So he's just like, this is what I do.
You have to have
this
your
is
life.
What I do.
That has to be your life.
Yeah.
If it's not your life, you're fucked.
Yeah. I feel like him. He's had a lot of life experiences already, where he's just like, okay, now I'm just gonna work again.
Yeah.
He's fulfilled in some other ways that he's just like, all right, I'm just gonna work again.
Yeah. But I will say, you're smart in that you take on people as like somewhat partners.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they're not just, it's not just like, all right, I'm gonna give you a little bit more money. Like you bring them into the fold.
Yeah. I think that really helps actually. I think it's the best incentive or benefit. Because the better the business does, the better that they do.
Right.
The better it performs.
Yeah.
The tough part is if the business doesn't perform, then they're not getting that incentive.
Right.
Right. So you have to constantly. Everyone always thinks that like people work for the boss. Mm-hmm. The boss works for everybody else.
Yeah.
I didn't. There was another quote too that was like, "I gave up working for somebody to work for 30."
Mm. Yeah,
and that's kind of how I feel. Every night I go to bed, I'm like, feel kind of guilty. I was like, could I have done more, right? Or like, what do I have to do tomorrow for somebody, right?
Yeah, yeah. My mother-in-law sent us a meme to me and my wife. It was like, only an entrepreneur would quit their 40-hour a week job because they hate working for somebody else to go work for themselves, working 80 hours a week. And, yeah, that's definitely partially true. I've always been though the type of person, even if I have a job. Like even when I worked at Gerhar's, which I hated, but even when I worked at Gerhar's, I would still get there at like 2 hours early most mornings, just because I'm that type of a person. I just like I like to work, so
I like to stay busy.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I don't know. Is it weird having two? Is it like more? I mean, you're really fortunate they're like right there, but is it like what's been the most challenging thing over the past? Well, you've been open at Pork and Knife for what, 6 months?
Yeah, when did we open? Was it October 15th or something like that? December 15th?
Yeah, so you're pushing it.
Yep. So we have a couple more years at that current space. The thing is, I think I played both places kind of safe, where I chose small locations to kind of test the brand, see if the brand works, see if it all works. And now my new development, my new thing is like I have to try to work on finding ways to increase the size of of each space.
Mm.
Park and Life doesn't have a storefront, so now I'm looking for a storefront for it.
Yeah.
It'd be great to be able to make my own coffee,
Yeah.
right? Have a cafe. That way I wouldn't be late to the next podcast. So I'm looking at places like that because we already do breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
So I would love to have an expansion on top of that and offer a little bit more.
What's bigger, breakfast or lunch there?
Lunch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a dumb question. I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I asked that question.
Whoa. Dude, I can't talk to you anymore.
I'm gonna shave my beard now in disgrace.
You said you hate your beard now?
I'm gonna shave my beard in disgrace.
I'm stupid. I have to shave my beard.
Um,
I'm going to grow a beard now, a mustache now on your podcast.
yeah. Yeah. That was. Anyways.
So same with Three Lives. I really want to expand its location too. So I've been talking with the Armory Square has meetings once a month where all the business owners kind of come together and collaborate on ideas, and then Mirka runs the whole operation. And I think she's getting help from David Hoyne right now. But we had the last meeting, and she's been really crucial lately in helping me find new locations and getting in contact with either the owner of the building or the property management team.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm avidly looking for new and bigger places because the thing I'm getting right now is just had most of the reviews that we have that aren't our favorites are always because they complain about the size of our location or maybe the wait time that they had with the food or service in general or something like that. And one way I saw about combating that is actually, well, if I had a bigger kitchen and more staff, the wait time would be way less.
Yeah.
You know? So it's you take those bad reviews or the not so good ones, and without getting personally attacked or feel like you're being personally attacked, you actually have to think outside of that.
Right.
And like look in and say like, okay, well, this is a problem and this person's actually helping me see that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I usually look at it and immediately go to their Facebook profile as my undercover Facebook page and then fat shame them.
You fat shame them. You replace your profile picture with their profile picture.
Yeah, even if they're skinny,
and
I fat
edit
shame
it.
them. Yeah, I'm like, look at you, fatty. Look at you, dummy, and you don't even know what you're doing. That's usually that's my response.
Yes,
pretty much all
you slob.
Yeah,
Sitting there eating your burrito.
yeah.
Horse mouth.
Meanwhile, it's like a supermodel. I'm like, you fat piece of shit.
Yeah, they're just lazy, right?
That is something. It's like I forget. I was thinking about asking somebody this question, and that is, when you're looking at food, I look at if not all the stuff that's on the menu, but some of the sandwiches that come out that we've got. It's like, that's like part of my creativity. Like I put the work in to figure out how that would if that would taste good, and figure out the recipe and and how it should be layered and all that.
Oh
stuff.
yeah, your personal time is now. Mm-hmm.
Right, but then if somebody doesn't like it, my first perception isn't that's a bad sandwich. It shouldn't be on the menu. My first perception is, well, you just don't get it, or you don't like that. So go find something you do like, fatty.
Yeah, stupid.
You dumbass. You don't even know what good food is.
Yeah, you do. You probably don't even eat, model.
Sorry, we're not McDonald's, jerk.
You know what, though? Those places like McDonald's, man, there's a reason why I've gone to Taco Bell probably 3 times last week.
Yeah.
Right?
You want to hear a funny gross story?
I would love to hear a funny and gross story.
I was, I bartend out of Abbott's. I'm still doing that this year.
Oh, cool.
And so, except this year, I was there every day last year. This year, I'm only doing like Friday nights. I'm just like overseeing.
Mm-hmm.
So last week or 2 weeks ago, we had an open mic night, and it's like 65 plus, but they bring like 40 people with them, so it's great, and they don't charge us anything, so that's even better. And they sit there and drink Utica clubs all night. So I was running around like crazy when we were doing it 2 weeks ago, and so I ran through Taco Bell to get dinner, and on my way to the bar, and then the rest of the night I was farting behind the bar.
Been there.
These old people just kept coming up to the bar, and they'd like Like you could tell they were like somebody just farted around here. They were like looking around.
Did you say whoever smelt it dealt it?
Yeah.
Must have been you, smelly guys.
As soon as like I could tell that they were like catching on to me, I was like, "Hey, that drink's free." No, but but yeah, it was a little embarrassing for sure.
Yeah, I've been there. The worst is when I worked retail, which is in an enclosed space you can't leave. Okay, I used to
Yeah.
work at like Hot Topic or American Eagle when I was younger,
Yeah,
and Hot Topic was especially small. It did like the third most business in the region,
Huh.
but it was the smallest location out of every Hot Topic. At the mall, right? And I just remember having some bad gas and just being like, I have nowhere to walk.
That's hilarious.
But no, Taco Bell's been clutch lately because I started doing a veggie diet
Oh,
as a way to kind of cut back on my options of what I can eat because I really want to cut back. Now that the summertime's rolling around, trying to get that long tan, handsome beach bod I'll never
there you go.
have.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I know you're getting close. The glasses and the scruffy beard
Yeah,
definitely.
DDJ.
Yeah,
Dirty drug John. I should have just wore a drug rug today.
Yeah.
I would have been right in there with Red Hot Chili Peppers last night.
yeah. So going veggie to limit your options.
So Taco Bell, if you're gonna go Taco Bell, you have to try. You get a cheese quesadilla, but you add extra potatoes and the chipotle sauce, and basically you make yourself the soft potato taco as a quesadilla. And then also what's really good, they already have it as a menu item, is the Fiesta veggie burrito because it has like a little crunchy
yeah,
chips in it or something. It's really, really awesome.
it's interesting. It's very interesting. Most people when they go like veggie for their diet, they like start, bringing salads with them places. Most people don't go veggie and then just go
Some
to Taco
salads are
Bell.
so boring though. Caesar salad is like my favorite go-to.
Really.
Whenever we go out to eat, we'll share a Caesar if it's on the menu as part of the appetizer, and then we'll get like 50 other appetizers. Went to Sinbad's for the first time.
Oh, how was it?
Amazing.
Was
By
it?
the way, the gentleman behind the counter, I've never seen a cleaner kitchen.
Yeah.
And maybe it's like the restaurant side of me to tell him immediately what I thought. You go, hey man, your kitchen's so clean. I love that.
Yeah.
That or maybe that's just how I am, but I think it's the restaurant side of me. It's
Yeah.
just like, whoa, dude. I mean, it was spotless.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spotless. And he's a hood vent system too. Spotless.
Yeah.
But the food was amazing. It looked amazing. Tasted amazing. Best. It blew my mind. Okay, so we get the food. We ate everything. Now at the end of your meal, sometimes you'll get like peppermints or something, right,
Yeah.
to close off the deal or the bill. Okay, they give us like a homemade pistachio
Yeah.
thing. But then they came over and they let my girlfriend pick out jewelry to take home. They gave her a ring to take home.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, it had a whole box with rings in it.
Was it like the Lost and Found? That'd be pretty.
It was like
That'd be hilarious if like one night like you and your girlfriend out to dinner somewhere else and somebody walks by the table and is like, "That's my fucking ring. I lost that in Eastwood."
yeah, or like did you guys find a pink wallet in here? I lost one.
Yeah, they come up with the jewelry box and there's somebody's wallet in there. Take that if you want. There's $20 in it.
Yeah, it's like a mystery box
Yeah,
of all like the lost and found
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
That's actually
hilarious.
pretty good. I'm gonna probably start doing that now.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. But it blew my mind. I was like, what hospitality? And he was just like, please come back.
Yeah,
And we're like, yeah.
I think they're actually getting. I think they're moving locations.
Are they?
Yeah, I think I've heard just because I work for one of the clients. One of my clients is the landlord. I'm pretty sure that they're moving locations because of rent and whatnot. But not like anything bad. Just like they're cheap, but not that there's anything wrong with
For
being cheap.
sure.
But anyways, he was on the news one night because he created some like special thing to help him cook the meat, like the shish kebabs and whatnot, because he couldn't afford the staff any longer. So he like created like a cooking device that would basically it's like a automatic rotating thing, which isn't anything like crazy unique, but he like built it himself so that because he couldn't afford the staff to like monitor it.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Go him.
yeah,
He already has my vote.
yeah,
It's the same thing with I'm gonna butcher the name, Ethiopia Tria.
yeah.
I can't really pronounce it. We had like Google.
Yeah.
We had Google like say it for us one time. We're like, all right, we'll never forget.
Is that the place on State Street? Like the white
Yeah.
cement?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Yep.
good?
It's so good. My girlfriend tells me every week she wants to go back, and we haven't gone back because she used to live right next to it.
Okay.
So we would go like a couple times. But it's ran by one guy.
Okay.
He was, I mean, maybe he has more now, but at the time he had it was just himself. He was the cashier, he was your server, he was your buzzer, and he also was in the kitchen
Wow.
wearing every hat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the food was amazing, right? I forget the bread that
Yeah.
you know, it's all with your hands and stuff. It all comes out on the bread itself,
Yeah.
and just really, really awesome. And they do Turkish coffee there, same as Sinbad.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to check that place out because I haven't been to Habiba's either, or whatever the hell it's called, in the Salt City Market.
Oh,
And that's Ethiopian.
yeah, I hadn't been there. Wait, no, I did when they first came out. I did.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we're
it's
in
good.
Salina. Yeah, I want to check that out. I've been getting in. There's this really amazing Chinese cafe, Old Ching something cafe. It's over.
So racist.
Old Chengdang. It's over on. I'm leaving that in. I didn't say anything wrong. That's
He's-
close to the name of it. So
I used to go to a place called Wrong Change. No joke.
that was the name of the place.
Yeah,
Wrong
yeah,
Change.
Wrong Change. It's in the valley.
Actually,
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think Joel Carpenter was talking about that place.
Yeah, Wrong Change.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. They were so quick. I went. This
Yeah.
was years ago. I had gone in there, and I'm hijacking your story, by the way.
Yeah.
I'd gone in there, and I ordered my food, and by the time I was done paying for it, it was in my hands.
Yeah.
And I go, and this can't be mine. He goes, fast like McDonald's. And I was like, what? Fast like fast food. And I was like, oh, wow.
That's hilarious.
And it was good. Yeah.
Yeah. So this place I stumbled upon. I went there with lunch with Tim Shore, and we were supposed to go to the Korean place next door that he told me about. That's like phenomenal. But they were closed. I was like, "There's this place. Let's go there." As far as I know, it's authentic Chinese food. Or the only white people. I've been in there a couple times. I'm the only white people that's ever been in there.
Okay.
There's only one employee that speaks English somewhat, so he's always our server.
It's kind of a good sign,
Yeah.
right?
And they've got pork intestine on the menu. And the first time I saw it, and I didn't go for it. The second time I had it, it's fucking delicious.
Really?
It's
What's
like
what's the consistency like? Is it like stomach?
no, it's honestly it's like thin, crispy pork. Like you wouldn't even know.
Oh, is it fried?
Yeah, so you wouldn't even know that it's intestine if you didn't read it. I mean, if they just presented you with a dish, it is tubular shaped, and so like you could tell it's like if there's like a tube of the intestine, like they're like slicing it thin, and then it's not like deep fried, but it's fried. You know, obviously on their wok, but it's fried, and then it's served with like mixed different vegetables and chilies, and there's some sort of sauce on it, and then they present it in this like dish that's on this pedestal. And underneath that is a candle.
Mm-hmm.
So when they bring it out, they light the candle because as soon as the pork intestine gets like room temperature, it gets really soggy and then rubbery, and then it's not good at all.
Yeah.
So you have to eat it like pretty quickly, but it's really fucking good.
Is it like an appetizer, like calamari?
No, it's like everything comes out like everything comes as like one big portion, and you can get rice on the side.
You share it, right?
You can, yeah.
I think that was the thing. So my girlfriend, both her parents are from China.
Okay.
So whenever we visit them, it's always family style. Anytime we go out to dim sum or something, everyone's sharing everything, and that's the thing that people don't realize when they go out.
Yeah.
We laugh when we see like other white people and like they get everything to themselves, and like that's actually a shareable plate. You're
Right.
supposed to have it.
Yeah.
Other people.
I mean, they're not like massive portions there that you would think it's shareable, but they put the dishes in the center of the plate, in the center of the table when they bring them out to you. And
Like a lazy Susan too.
no lazy Susan. That's a derogatory term actually. Now it's just Susan.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Susan. It's not. It's no longer Karen's anymore. This year it's Susan's.
Yeah. I went there with Alex and Lauren from Amano, and we had lunch, and so we each got like a separate thing, and we just put everything in the center of the plate and center of the table except for the rice.
Wow. I say Amano, and I have to go back to Amano.
Better go quick.
I was just there's so many places now. I keep thinking I haven't even been to. How do you pronounce it? Attilio. It's over on James Street.
Atelios.
Attilio's.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an IOS.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're not missing anything.
that's too bad. That's what somebody else may have said. But I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? Listen, I haven't been there yet. I just
Yeah.
want to go.
Right.
You know, I don't care. It's almost like when someone says, "Oh, you're gonna hate that movie,"
Mm-hmm.
and then you end up
Yeah, I
like
know.
really liking it.
Yeah.
Sometimes people, yeah, I mean, I can't be everybody's first choice.
For sure.
Mhm.
I think I was just thinking about that actually when I was sitting here waiting for so long for you to show up. Was that I was
That you could grow your own coffee beans in time for me to be here and then roast it
Yeah.
yourself.
all right. Hey, pretty soon you will be able to. Tommy's opening up a coffee shop and bar down the hallway, so you'll be able to get coffee.
I
here.
saw that. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
So we're coming out with in July. I think I forget the date. I think it's the 26th, which is Jonathan Gould's birthday. My favorite food critic. Rest in peace. We're coming out with the 76 Eat Local New York 76 best restaurants in Central New York,
Wow.
and so
How do you choose 76? How not 77?
I honestly just picked the arbitrary number. It was like it wasn't like 100. I don't want to go do like 100.
Yeah.
76.
Could
I
have
went.
done 69 though.
I
That'd be
could have
cool.
done 69 is my favorite number, and no, I'm just kidding.
69 420.
Yeah,
24/7.
69,420 best restaurants in Central New York. This is a fun episode, so I just want to do one thing real quick, and I want to mention our friends over at Buried Acorn. If you're an avid listener to the podcast, you know that we have a drinking game here. Every time we mention Buried Acorn, you have to take a drink. So,
Wow.
cheers, everybody.
Good job, Buried Acorn. And every time you're 30 minutes late, you have to drink a shot of coffee.
Yeah. You have to down it. So 76, when I made the list of like all the best restaurants, it wasn't 76. And so I was
Buried Acorn.
Buried Acorn. So I was thinking 76 is enough for me to have to go and search out restaurants I'm not familiar with that might be good. So I was looking at Elderberry Pond, which is like long-standing restaurant here in Central New York. A lot of people know it as a exceptional restaurant. You know, if people list it as like one of the best, Elderberry Pond would be in there.
Where is it?
I don't know. They claim the Finger Lakes region. Let's look because I've got it on. I had it on my.
I'm wondering if they have elderberries there too.
So it's an organic farm. They're in Auburn. So
Okay, so out that way.
Yeah.
You were close, I would say.
So it's an organic farm. They have like a little farm stand market, but then they have this restaurant. And so I was like, all right, it sounds exciting, but the menu looks very dull. Very dull. It's like all the same shit that you'd see anywhere else from the early 2000s. So we're still gonna go check it out, but maybe it's just like plain, and maybe it's just like simple. It's a simple menu. There's no
Lemon chicken.
Yeah, right. I fell for that. I mean, don't get me wrong, the food was good, but there's a place in Herkimer called Toca Boca. It's all weed focused.
Oh,
They have like a little counter.
Toca Boca. Cool
Yeah.
name.
They have a little counter in the front where they sell THC and CBD gummies and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and another accoutrement. They've got a 20-foot paper mache joint that hangs from their ceiling that lights up and smokes. Yeah.
That's wild.
And
Could you imagine if it was actually THC like throughout the entire day?
so they're legally not allowed to do food with THC or CBD in it, except we went out there to make videos for them, and the chef did like a smoked chicken leg, but he would just do like oak chips or whatever because it was us and we weren't paying for it. He did weed.
He smoked it in weed.
He smoked it in OG Kush. So when he lifted it off, it was like, holy fuck, dude.
He hotboxed
Basically.
chicken for
Yeah,
you?
right.
Hotbox chicken. That's a fucking.
That is a good name for a
There you
restaurant. That's gotta exist. Hotbox chicken has to
Hotbox
exist.
chicken. I mean, anything that you
Right.
douse your weed in and smoke it out like a smoker and then
Yeah.
hotbox it.
All right. Huh.
Whoa.
So they kind of pulled one of the trick on me. They didn't put the trick on me in case they're listening to this.
They're magicians.
But
Look over here.
but it was like they had their Toca Boca chicken with lemon champagne sauce. And it was
That sounds kind of cool.
basically chicken française.
Okay.
So it was good, don't get me wrong. But when I was sitting there in the restaurant, I'm like reading the menu description, I'm eating, I was like, holy fuck, this is so innovative. And then like 2 hours later, I was like kind of thinking through, I was like, oh, that was just chicken francaise. It was like their toca boca shrimp. And I was like, that's really creative and interesting. And I was like, oh, that was just Bang Bang Shrimp. They was named Toca Boca Shrimp.
Wow. Well, you know what though? It fooled you for 2 hours.
I know.
A magician doesn't give up his secrets.
I
I think
know.
that's what. It's pretty good that they got you for 2 hours on it.
And if I was a simple-minded person, they would have got me for like the rest of my life.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, you take like the originals and then you spin it your own way, and then they got you for 2 hours.
Yeah, fucking did it to me.
It's like a movie. They got you for a whole movie length.
Do you try? Do you try to trick people, your customers, and pull one over on them?
All the time. All you gotta do is just put a flavor blaster bubble on top of it, and then they go, "Oh my god, I gotta come back." They go, "I've never seen it before," and now everyone else has it.
Everybody else does fucking have that now.
Yeah.
Anybody who has like is it on you. If anybody's actively on Instagram that's a restaurant or bar owner in Syracuse now has that fucking bubble gun.
Oh, and a blue check mark next to their name.
Hey, I'm trying to get my blue
He
check
said it.
mark.
He said it.
I can't figure out how to get my fucking blue check mark. I'm trying
Oh,
to get
he
it.
said it.
Yeah.
Everyone's paying $15 a month for a blue check mark.
I'll gladly.
Is your life different? No.
I will gladly pay $15 for a blue check mark.
Why?
Because for me, I'm playing the game of if I'm trying to get more views, and I think that's one of the ways. Like if you're paying Instagram, they're going to show your shit to more people. I just had a
Is that how it works?
yeah, well, definitely if you're more engaged in the shit that they offer, then they're going to give you more attention. There's no question about that.
I don't think that's what the blue check mark's going to do for you.
I think it will because you're like so if they roll out a new story feature, you know, like hey, use the sticker. If you use that sticker in the beginning, they're going to show your story to more people. It's just their tricks.
It's
of
their
the
algorithm, huh?
Yeah. And there's a fine game that you have to play with social media. Like, for us as creators, like I can post 10 times a day a new piece of content, and I'm gonna do just fine because I'm not trying to sell viewers on like come try my restaurant. You know, I'm not trying to sell them my products. But if you posted 10 videos a day from 3 lives, it would be the worst thing you could ever do. So there is constantly.
Yeah, that's why I'm lazy Susan with it.
Yeah, just Susan. But there is a game you have to play. Like sometimes you have to be all in their grill. Like I'm gonna post all the time. I'm gonna post this time every day. I'm gonna do post twice a day for a week, and then you have to take a week off of not posting at all. And then when you post again after that week off, you'll get more attention on that post.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a fun game to play.
not necessarily fun.
No, but if you need help with marketing, my sister's helping me do it again.
Oh, really?
So she's been killing it, man.
Yeah.
I love the posters she's been making. She does all 3 of our restaurants.
Really? Social media for it, and you guys have Jess doing the photography, right?
Yeah, so Stay Fresh does all of our pictures, and I just basically now it's kind of like automated. So like, all right, we know that this coming month we have some things coming up. So a couple of weeks before that, we have Jess come in. She edits the photos in a week's time. I tell my sister, okay, these are the new things. She creates all the content for it.
Yeah.
Posts it sporadically, and it's just enough each week that's like maybe it's like 2 posts for each week, and then I can come in and I can do all the stories.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jess is a phenomenal food photographer. I mean,
Holy
probably the
shnikes.
best in Syracuse without question.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
that's active.
Her quality goes above and beyond, and her knowledge of like Photoshop goes above that too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that she tricked me on for months. She's a magician.
Yeah.
In her field, man.
They just posted a thing for 1911, and it was out of like, They just made a post for 1911 outside of Big Dip, and they did like their orange creamsicle like new cider, and the Big Dip awning is purple, and they made it perfectly match the can, but there was no other missaturation throughout the photo. It was like, holy fuck, that's so good.
Yeah, yeah. She'll like change the color scheme of things to help the food stand out or catch your eye on this thing.
Yeah.
And we work really well in tandem when we do photo shoots. Because I think sometimes if it's your product, you want to have some of that creative control, right?
Yeah.
And then so we'll work together on like placement and like it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know, shooting like food
Oh, but
and like making it look the way you want it to look and situate it. And
I did one thing for during COVID. When I was like bored, I rented this probe lens. It's like that long, and it's like got this little tiny thing.
oh, the one that like, they put through things. Yeah, I've seen it. What does it do?
Basically, it gives you like, well, it's a macro lens.
It's for butts.
Yes, it's for butts. You can shove it up a butt.
It's a probe.
Actually, you probably could. The butthole is big enough. If you had enough lube, either or.
If you're laying down, it go all the way.
I've stuck it in some weird places before.
You still have it?
No.
Oh,
I did a thing.
I don't care if it's used.
Just don't smell it. That's the only caveat. The people I'm thinking right now, like we've got like 700 listeners a week to the podcast right now, and I'm thinking, like,
Wait, you're growing,
dude. It's
did my man
up.
grow?
It's blown up.
You know what's funny? You used to say like all the tens of people out there.
It probably still is. I'm probably just making those
Dude,
numbers up.
I'm watching more.
No, we do. We've got like 700 to 800 listeners a week on the podcast now. Yeah.
Hey guys,
Yeah. Check out 3 Lives.
dude.
So I had like these, like those Christmas villages, like the little light
Christmas
houses.
villages.
Like the
oh,
little-
you mean
like the little
Santa's
metal-
Santa's land?
Yeah, like the little metal house, not metal, glass.
Snow
fucking-
globes?
Nah, not fucking snow globes. It's
Christmas.
like the little Dickens village, with like the little figurines.
oh
and
yeah, a
moms build the
nativity scene,
scenes.
but without Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. So I had one of those, and I brought it here, and I like made it look like snow. And one of the buildings was like a bridge with like the thing in the middle.
Okay. I see where we're going with this.
So I filmed like a little Eat Local New York promo video for the card, where like the probe lens was like going through the village, and then it came underneath the bridge. And as it came under the bridge, I had Santa fly across, like holding an Eat Local card.
Whoa.
And so that's like shit you could do with that, you know. You
Yeah.
can just get different perspectives. I did one with, but with that, when I rented the
It
lens,
usually is like that micro perspective when I've seen
Yes.
it being used in commercials and things
Yeah.
like that. They show you the behind the scenes.
yeah, I did one. So it was just during the pandemic. The Market Diner was open for takeout, but they were in the orange zone, so they couldn't open up fully.
Mm-hmm.
And but they were just crushing it with Grubhub. And so, but I went into the dining room and like moved all these tables around, and I'd set up like this, like I had with that lens, I set up like all these pancakes, and then so I like came through with a probe lens, and then at the end, like we moved like a cup of coffee out of the way, and there was like this thick stack of pancakes, and like the syrup was drizzling on it. But that was the first time that I had done like the cardboard trick. You put sheets of
slide it.
cardboard. Well, you put sheets of cardboard in between each pancake, so that way the pancakes look really fluffy. You know.
You cook them in cardboard.
Yes, yeah. Then you serve it to the customer, and you wait to see. You wait for the Yelp review.
My friends, dude, we used to be horrible as like teenagers. So we used to love eating taquitos. Okay, we would call it taquito time. We would play Halo, and we'd make taquitos called taquito time. Anyways, we would stick toothpicks in to the taquitos for my friends, and then wait for them to bite onto it, and like just like the the shocking feeling of biting onto something hard with your teeth. It just reverberates throughout your entire body. Oh, it hurts so bad. And we would do that all the time. So then my friends got me back during lunch. I left my sandwich. I used to bring my lunch to school all the time. Thanks, Mom. And I left my sandwich there. And they put a napkin in my sandwich, and I ate the whole thing.
You should do that to customers at 3 Lives. Just see if they, see if they get it.
You won the golden ticket.
Yeah. You should do a taquito time promotion though at 3 Lives. That'd be cool.
Dude, we've made taquitos before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to do it again.
Yeah. Taquito time every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
We do actually have a new chef. He has Michelin experience.
Really?
Did I tell you?
No, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're taking headshots with him and our other guy in the kitchen right now.
Is it Zach? I'll delete that.
Actually, I was just thinking about him because I was looking at all these birds recently. I'm like, who did I know that loved birds? And I was like, wait a minute, it was Zach. I miss him, and I miss everybody.
Yeah, I do miss. Whatever.
Burritos and tacos and all that.
That was all good. Yeah.
Anything, hey man, if you ever want to eat a taco and talk about birds, I'm more than happy to.
Good.
Yeah.
That'll fill that gap, that void that I've had in my life for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Eating tacos and talking about birds. I've been missing that. I knew there was something missing in my life, and then now that you've put the finger on it, it was tacos and birds. Fuck.
Yeah, TB.
Yeah. I was just eating chicken tacos thinking that would solve the issue, but no. You gotta eat.
It's not enough bird and not enough taco.
Well, with that said, everybody check out 3 Lives, Monkey Brains, and Pork and Knife.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, all 3 of Jon Page's restaurants right here in Syracuse, New York.
But yeah, so we're going to have some new menu stuff coming out, right?
That'd be
so
cool.
the Pork and Knife has, we're dropping like the spring, summer menu. The guys have been working on several different specials that will now be just on the board itself now.
Yeah.
So they can work on new things after that. And then, so that'll drop in the next month or so because Tommy at Stay Fresh is working on the physical menu boards and like the formats of that. So I meet with him again.
That'd be cool.
And then the kitchen at 3 Lives. I'm telling you, man, that chef, from his culinary experience alone, he's great. He's a great teacher. You know, we've had really talented people and really a lot of awesome people just like creatively want to express themselves in that kitchen. And I've given full control.
Yeah.
Let them have it.
What's his name?
Brody.
Okay.
Brody, and we have Charles in the kitchen too. Brody, Charles.
Okay.
We have Eros in there right now, and then we have a new kid. We're seeing how it goes, and then we might have somebody else come through too.
Yeah.
So we're expanding again in that sense. But Brody's a great teacher. Where it's like if Charles, who's really creative, has an idea for something, Brody's like, well, here's the steps on how to do it. And Charles, fully aware of how to do these things himself too, is just kind of refining all those new things.
Yeah.
Right. So we did burrito tacos the other day, like 2 weeks ago. It was Brahmin burrito tacos. It was from a game called Fallout. We were experimenting with stuff.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. They made the is it masa?
Yeah.
They made the corn tortillas themselves.
That's cool.
Pressed them, everything.
Yeah.
Took it took a lot of time and effort, but they did it.
Yeah.
It was really, really awesome.
Yeah. Tortillas can take a lot of time and effort. Yeah.
So like, you know, I'm just excited, you know, because he's now going to put something out in the future with us that's just going to be his next level of what he thinks he wants to do with the space.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Huh. Well, everybody get down there and check it out.
Please.
All right, bye.